Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me on Berets, and today we're going to be talking about Kilphe, a character that I have mispronounced her name for a long time because I think the first day that she came out kind of got just the quick translation as Krile, and Krile just sticks in my brain because of, well, the fact that she's in Final Fantasy 14 and Final Fantasy 6, or wait, no, it's 5. It's 5, right? Yeah, it's 5. Tired today, but regardless, let's talk about the fact that Global is getting its update for the week, and no rest for Globalers at all. Coming off the Venera banner, followed by the Warrior of Light weeks, now it's time for another incredibly powerful character. Now, I was talking about this much earlier about the fact that, it's just kind of a series of really heavy-hitting banners, and even after that, it's going to continue for a while. There are just some really good banners in the future with good summons or good characters or good vision cards, so sucks, man, sucks. You're just gonna have to pick your battles. But here I am today to talk about the new units. You'll also be getting a brand new event too, the not just the raid, but you'll also be seeing the Far East event, which will introduce some new characters. One character I particularly like, called Lavies, a Thunder Elemental tank that pretty memey, but I would be lying if I didn't say that I just really liked her. As you can see, I've spent a little bit of time building her and getting close to that MLB with a neat little TMR with some extra job point farm. Too bad every character in the game can't equip it. But regardless, memes aside, we're here to talk about the new banner, because the new event, you're going to be having the FF1 raid, and you're going to be having this new event where you'll be able to farm the Platinum Rod, as well as a Katana. Here's a quick recommendation on that. Obviously, more rods, the better. Rods are just generally used between mages, and it seems to be the only one for now. So, not a bad idea just to potentially get, maybe work on another one, maybe work just finish off working towards that +5, but you got options of what you want to do. And as for the Katana, I believe that the Katana is just meh, because Laswell's the real character who uses katanas, and he gets one with his event from a raid, so yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Anyway, talking about the characters themselves, Seymour, a fire-based MR character who is a samurai. This is a character that I like his design. I think he is just a pretty solid overall design, but personally, I've never been that crazy about building him. As you can see, is he's still level 1 with 40, but there is some people that I've known on the JP side that have used him, particularly just because there aren't a ton of fire units out there, but there are a lot of ice units. I don't know. Really, Seymour, I'm just thinking that the only place that you would really want to use him is in PvP or PvE if you were looking for a cheaper way of dealing with ice-based units. However, if you're more going for just a more powerful unit, Delita will come along and smoke this character, so yeah. And now the character that I've mispronounced so often, it is the most popular comment in my videos, Kilphe, which I do believe is kind of like a Scottish Gaelic kind of name. At least that's the way I kind of read it. But anyway, this is a character that I do have a fair amount of experience, and before I show you mine, a couple things. First of all, her bravery has taken hits recently because of auto farm. And secondly, I just haven't had any time recently to, and by recently I mean like the last quite a few months, because I've been spending too much time just doing events. I haven't had a lot of time to do. Oh, the faith is at 70. Panic. Anyway, regardless, Faith is an absolutely, Kilphe is an absolutely awesome character. Really, I just love this character to death. She has been a truly great character for a lot of different content, including PvP and PvE. First of all, to start off, her TMR. 201 HP, 8 defense, 15 critical, and a ability that increases attack resistance by a maximum of 45 for 3 turns, and decreases area resistance by 25 for 3 turns. So, interesting little thing. Overall, this TMR is just pretty nice. I wouldn't say that it's like the most incredible thing, but it's definitely up there in the better TMR category. The thing that continuing on with Kilphe, her master ability is an extra 20% HP and a decrease of activation time, meaning that her spells have a increased cast. So what is Kilphe? Where exactly does she specialize as a mage? She is primarily a very, very tanky-based mage that is incredibly good at dealing with evade-type units and evasion-type units. And not only that, she is just really good in PvP, PvE content alike. Like, really, this is my general feelings about her. First of all, stat-wise, really, really good stats. HP is really strong for a mage. Not only that, she is one of the few characters in the mage category that has a defense stat as well. Now, I do believe mine is currently, equipped with 10 extra defense and a little bit off of this as well, with just a different kind of stacking that you get in this game. But either way, she is a character that actually has a defense stat, and that is not the most common thing. A lot of characters in this game don't have defense stats, so she is very good at dealing with physical characters. Some characters that I really like dealing with her, number one, Venera. Venera really kind of depends on her speed as well as her defense penetration, and a lot of times she wants just evasion to just, target aims at her, misses, and then she gets to get in there and just kill them. Kilphe has a really good way of dealing that because she just has Holy in her kit. Looking at her kit overall, she has her primary unique mage job, her secondary job, which is Spellblade, and her tertiary job of White Mage. White Mage is pretty much what you're always going to run her as, just because you want Holy. And the healing spells and rays that she has in her White Mage kit really round her out very nicely. She can act as a healer, but she primarily will act as a DPS in battle. And that is great. So talking about just her most powerful ability, again, is just Holy. Holy is a that really good spell for dealing with every evade unit for the rest of time. And as such, whoops, wrong thing, didn't want to click that, or that, really want to click that. Yeah, Holy, just an incredible range on it, 3 possible casts, and just the large amount of damage, and the fact that Kilphe has a really good magic stat. She is capable of dishing out a lot of damage. I've used her in PvP and PvE for this, and her backup heals have come in handy a couple of times, not to mention rays. As for her primary job, the main things that she has is some damage dealing abilities. She also has some interesting abilities for herself to increase her movement, as well as bolstering units' faith. This is not a permanent faith increase. It is just for the just for in the fight, but still nice to be had for a team of mages. And of course, her most famous one is her basically I want to call it the Energy Buster, but it's just her Buster style move. It has a straight ahead kind of big AoE hit. It's very powerful. It, I do believe, has 100% hit accuracy as well. If I made a mistake on that, terribly sorry, but I do believe it is just total accuracy. It is really good for catching a ton of enemies in the crossfire, and again, because activation time is lowered for her, it's consistently really good to just hit enemies, and that's just really, really strong. So yeah, overall, talking about Kilphe in general, just a really, really, really powerful character. with a lot of good stuff in her kit. She is both physically strong, or in terms of defensive wise, but magically strong and capable of dealing damage. She is a great support unit, a great powerhouse, and I do truly recommend her on her banner. Now, again, for anybody who is like super interested in the discussion of, well, Umbra, who would you possibly recommend? Who is another character coming up that is relatively close to her? Probably Adira. Adira is a comparable character to Kilphe in a lot of different aspects, but some are, different. First of all, to note, between the two of them, agility is slightly different, HP and defense is much higher on Kilphe. The big thing about Adira is a lot of her mass spells are basically instant. She also has a holy type spell on her in her kit, but as I've recently rediscovered, I must have forgot it or just taken for advantage the fact that it was just always hitting, so that must mean 100% accuracy. Her holy spell is not 100% accurate, but unlike Kilphe, Adira does have a couple other advantages. Basically, instant spell casting, wide AoE of effects, really powerful water magic, and capable of doing some slash as well, just having Black Mage. Really strong magic power, a little more brittle. But big thing about Adira is that she does not get caught up so much on height issues. When you have a big difference in height, the mathematician wins because a lot of her abilities actually take advantage of height differences, particularly the enemy just being higher. So that is something to be considered. Both characters have healing and attack base. Adira is a much better farmer, and I kind of just like her better overall. But Kilphe is just better at dealing with evade units. She's great at dealing with Orlandu. She's great at dealing with Venera. She's a top-tier character to just pair off with Warrior of Light and really get the benefits. So, yeah. As for this banner, I know it's a little bit rough because some people are still farming Warrior of Light shards. Some people are, just completely tapped out. Some people are maybe waiting for Adira. But Kilphe is a really strong character, and I would be, sad if I did not recommend her banner because she is just a top-tier character. But one last piece of advice for anybody out there, if you are really not looking for the hassle of this, a half-year anniversary UOC should, but again, double check before, just in case Global changes anything. The half-year anniversary UOC on Global should have her available as a choice, so you could potentially just pick up her shards during the event, and then wait for her to come and then just UOC her, and take the easy street. Adira will not be on the half anniversary UOC, so that is another thing to consider. Alright, so I've talked about this to death. Fantastic unit. Seymour, as for him, kind of feel like he's a bit of a pass, but he does have his uses. But if you're really looking for a Katana character, there's Laswell in the future. So anyway, that's all for now. Take care, and see you next time.